Hello, so welcome to my YouTube channel. In this tutorial, we are going to develop a news app. And what this news app will be doing, will be making an API call, API request, and this request will be responded with an API news feed. So we'll make a request, then our response will be a news feed. So this is just a simple news app, no complexity over here. So but we'll first begin with developing or designing our onboarding screen. And as you can see, this is an onboarding screen. What the onboarding screen does is it gives you a brief or a simple experience that you'll be experiencing when using the app. So for instance, this is the first page of the onboarding screen. So as you can see, we have 3 pages. So we can swipe to the right and we can swipe to the right again. So this is the last page. Then we can use the buttons to move back and back again. So without much ado, let's just jump right into the code. Alright, so here we are going to set up our environment for the onboarding screen. So first we'll first add our images, the images you are seeing over here. We'll first add our images. So yeah, we'll first add our images. Then yeah, so I think that's all we are going to will need it for this app. Yeah, we are going I'll add the we'll add the font later. So yeah, so let's add the images. So these are the images I'm going to use. So if you are new in this channel, you're new to Android, and so this is how we add images. So your images needs to be, it doesn't have to be in megabytes. So 1 megabyte is too much in Android. So it should be in kilobytes. So kilobytes, I think like less than 500 kilobytes. So we'll pick this. This one is 60. We'll pick this. Okay, we can pick the 3. 1, 2, 3. Then we'll copy. Then we'll just add it. We'll just paste it here. So this is our images. Then we'll set up our color. We'll be using some colors. So this one, blue, white, gray, and yeah, we'll be using this. Copy, you paste it right here. Okay, so all right, so let's just jump onto creating our page. So we'll come here, we'll just create a new, first create our data class for new. So page, we'll call it page. Now let's name it small because we have page already. So we'll do it data class. So this will be a data class. So data class. So what does our page need? Our page takes what? This is our page. So this up to here is our page. So our page takes first a picture, header, and then we have a description. So this description opens and closes. So yeah, if you don't know about this animation, we did it in the last video. So you can go and check it out on the last video. So we have our image, we have our header, and we have our description. So our image, you can just type title. Title, take string, then we'll copy this, paste it. Sorry, I need to make the view to increase it. You can use this one description. Then we'll have our image drawable rs post. So we'll have image, then we'll have int here. Sorry, int. So that's it for our page. So we can just come here, var pages. Then we'll just bring list of. So we are going to hard code this, but I already have this, so I'm just going to keep copy and paste. Yeah, I'm just going to copy and paste. So you just copy. I will paste it here. We'll change this one to pages. Make a little bit of adjustment over here. So we have you can use mountain. I think mountain image. So we have the second onboarding. So you can just look at this and just any default. Just customize it to your preference, how you like it. So we'll move on to designing the card. So we can just we are using clean architecture. So I'll make a video about clean architecture. So just type presentation, clean architecture, the UI is presentation. But let me just explain what clean architecture means. Clean architecture is a way of programming to make it scalable and maintainability. So for instance, if you are in an organization, a big organization, and you need there's too many classes in one project, how to debug such project, if it is not in a clean architecture, it's very tedious. So you need to arrange it. Yeah, it's just basically the arrangement of how where your classes should be. That's all I would say clean architecture is. Where your classes should be is not anything difficult. So we'll create our let me call this onboarding package. So here we'll create everything that pertains onboarding. So onboarding we'll call it onboarding page. So call it onboarding page. Okay, so This one will be a composable, so we'll call our function, then composable. So this function, so let's look at the UI again. So this function, so this is our page. So let's forget about this side of the side of the view, this side. So this is our page. So we'll group this one to first group, then we'll group this one to another group. So we have two groups on our, that's how I'm picking my designer. So we'll group this one, then we'll group this to another group 1, group 2. So the group 1, so we are designing the group 1. So the group 1, we have what? Picture. So the picture we can just call our drawable. Alright, this one we don't need the var. We can just put we don't need the var. So we don't need the var. We can just put colon over here. Give. Then we need what? A title. We call it string. Then description. We call this one to string. So first, because our view is descending, we put it inside a column. So okay, so first we need to add modifier. Modify is equal to modifier like this. We just import it. Why does this one give me error? What did I select? I think I'm supposed to select the third one. Alright, so we'll go to column. Then we'll call our modifier here. We'll import this. Then we open our curly brackets. So what to do is we need to modifier. Let's go to this modifier, the modifier at the top. Yeah. Alright, so the first item we see, or the first view we see on the UI is the image. So we'll call our image. So we'll call our image. So image painter. So let me do it like this instead. Image painter. I think I can remove this. So image painter. We'll call our image here. Sorry, we need to call painter resource image. We'll call our image here now we'll set this one to now. Then for our image, I think we need to, for our image, we need to give it a height. So this height, so it's take I think 200. So we need to give it a height. So we set modifier. So fill, and this image fills the width. So we are taking all the width. Then we'll give it a height of, let's say, 200 dp. 200 dp. Then so I can call content scale content, or a crop content scale. Yeah, so that's it for the image. Then we'll move on to our text. So our text, you can see a little bit of padding here, then padding here. So then we'll see padding at the beginning, padding here. So okay, for the best thing we can do is you can put, should I do it like that? You can put it in a column R. Or we can just call the text over here text. We'll just call title. Then I think you can call font size over here. Font size 22 SP. Then font weight. So we can call our modifier here. I'll not put it inside a column again. So modifier, then we call padding. We have horizontal. Let's call vertical first. Vertical padding, we can call 24 dp. Then we have horizontal padding, so we can call 30 dp. 30 dp. Alright, then we'll give this one a comma. So we can just copy this and paste it here. Then we'll just change this one to description. Then we'll change this one to 15. Then I think we need to add color. Yeah, let's add the color font. Color. Because I'm using black screen, so I'm going to use black for this. Because I'm using black, so I'm going to use black. Then I use copy alpha. I'm using black. So depending on your screen color, we can do it in such a way that it will fit for both. When you change the screen to a black theme, it will provide a white text. When you change it to a white theme, it will provide a black text. So vice versa. So I can do that, but my screen only picks white theme. So yeah. So that's it for the onboarding. So we'll move on to we move on to creating our this side of the this side of the view. So let's go back to, we can just call the first one page indicator. I think that one to be a composable. So call our composable fine-ish. So you can just call page indicator. So first, let's go and check how the indicator looks like. So whenever we swipe, the page indicator goes move along with the swiping. So for instance, when we are on the first page, so this shows that we are on the first page. So this shows that we are on the second page, and this shows that we are on the third page. So yeah, so and whenever we use the buttons to the indicator also picks response to it. So yeah, so let's go and implement that in our code. So first of all, our page indicator, what parameters does it pick? So we need the page number, or the page where the page is, and we need the number of pages so that it will so these are 3 pages. This shows that this indicates that there are 3 pages. So if there are more, we need to know the number of pages that are available. So yeah, let's jump into the code and implement that. Sorry for that. So first of all, we need the page size. Let's put that page size. So the page size is an integer. Then we need a page selected. So selected page. So that one will be an integer. Then we need a selected color. So selected color. So the selected color, we can call color. We can set a default variable for it. Material. So the selected color is blue, right? So whenever the page is selected, the current page or the current indicator turns into blue. So the primary color for this app is blue. So blue, or you can just set color is blue, something like that. Yes, I think this is not. I need this one rather. Okay, so then we have the unselected color. That one turns into what? Gray. So if you quite remember, we implemented so blue, you can say blue gray. So something like this, blue gray. All right, so let's implement our code. So this indicators are on they have their, how will I call it? It's on the row. It's in the row form. So we'll just call a modifier here. Modifier. Fine. Oh. Alright, sorry for the background. There is a construction just opposite my house, so it's kind of interrupting my video. So put this one in a row. We'll set our modifier. I think modifier is equal to this modifier here. So we can just call our modifier here. Yeah, so this. So what we need is we need to repeat. So we'll call our page size dot call our page size here. Then so the box modifier dot size you can call 15. So that's the size of the size of the each indicator. So 15. Then we can call clip. Oh, sorry. Clip circle clip. I want to import this one. So circle clip. Yeah, so I think okay. So what we need to do again is we need to add the background color. So we need to add the background color. So background color. So it's going to be an if statement. So if selected page, this one is selected page, not page size. If selected page is equal to page size, color, selected color, else selected color. So if this one is equal to what? If selected page is equal to what? Page size. Am I getting this correct? Alright, so what we are supposed to, you can set here to index, then we'll bring the index over here. Yeah, so this is what you're supposed to do. Then I think that's all for the page indicator. Then we need, if you can see, we need a button for it. So we have two buttons. We need to also design those buttons. So you can just go to new. It's going to be a file. Just call it buttons, or let's just name it news buttons. So composable font. The first one will be a news button. So the common features we can pass to the parameters is we have the text, which is a string type. Then I think that is all. Yeah, maybe. So we can just go to a text, and then I think the on click. Whenever we click, we need an action, so we can put an on click action over here. Sorry. So whenever we click, we need an action. We need to perform an action, so we can just call the on click action over here. So curly bracket. I think we can call color button default colors. Button colors. Then you can just simply set this one container should be material theme dot scheme dot primary. Then content color should be white. All right, so what should be the text? So we'll just call our text, then our text in the parentheses. Then we'll create the same one for the other text, the other button. Sorry, so we'll call it text button. Come on, let me minimize this. The same format. Yeah, we'll call it what? We'll call it a text. Text. Okay. Call it a text button. So we can just make this one plural because we have an inbuilt text button. Reason this one is calling for. So you have a text button already. So text button, that is composable. So we'll just call our action to over here. The click action. Click action. You can just copy this and paste it right here, but we have to change this one to blue gray. Container or we can just blue gray. Yeah, yeah, okay. So then we'll just assign text to text. So we are done for the button. So now let's go ahead and design our composable. Call it onboarding screen. And we need to merge everything together. Screen. So designing this will be very tedious, but in the future when you are designing a bigger project where you need to reuse the composable, this will be very, very much easier and faster process. So this is the best way to 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 mix everything in a smaller sample. Yeah. So we have onboarding. We call it onboarding screen. So this is where we are going to add everything together. Everything we've created so far together. This one we are not going to pass any parameters. So the onboarding screen, is a column. We import it. Now the onboarding screen takes the full size. So this is a parent screen. So we take the full size. We want the full size of the screen. But before we made an error in the designing here. So what we did was we didn't have to create this one separately. So we had to just call it page. So this page here. So we are using this page. So we'll go back now, page dot image. Then we'll use this page dot title, page dot description. Okay, so we need to set our image height. We need to let it cover 60% of the screen. So we can do sorry about that, there's an error. So we can do that by stating 60 point. If this is 60% fraction, 60% of the screen. So we just go, let's make close others. Then we'll move on. But first we need to declare this variable page state, which is used for the swipe, which will allow us to swipe through pages. So I want to. So this variable will be responsible for storing the current page that is swiped. So let's say it will keep the value for this. So it will keep the value for the first. So we are on the first page. So it will keep the value for the first page. So whenever we swipe to the next page, it will keep the value for the second. So it will update as we are on the second page. The last time we left it was on the second page, then the third page, then back to page 2, then back to page 1. So this is a variable that will be holding that. So we have an inbuilt remember pager states. We have an inbuilt routine, remember pager state. Then you can just initialize 0 here. Then pages, the one we created, dot size. So we are telling this is the pages we have. Then we need to create a button state, which will be remember then derived state. Okay, so I'm going to talk about what we are going to use. So whenever we press the next, have you seen that the back buttons pops out? Then whenever we press next, whenever we move to the third page, the text inside changes to get started. Whenever you go back, it changes to next. Whenever we go to the first page, this one vanishes. So that is what we are going to implement over here. So let's move on. So just call when our pager state, this pager state dot current. So when the current page we are on is what is 1, or you can just pull 1 and bring S1, then we bring list of. Let's copy this. List of. So the first item will be what? Empty. Then we have next. So in programming, we have our first item to be 0. Then I think we don't need any. So the second item will be back. Then next. So let me just copy this side. I'll paste it. Now I'll change this one to 2. So this will be the third page. Then third page that will go to get started. And the one is requesting for an else. So we can just there's no instance that will get to this point, but we just need to sorry about that. We just need to bring it up. So we'll just give empty. Just let it to be empty. Okay, so that is it. So we'll move on to calling our horizontal pager. So the pager state, which pager state do we need? So we have a pager state over there. Then we'll call our onboarding page. Then we'll pass our pages. We have index over here, right? So we can just put index. So put our index on here. All right, so that is it for the horizontal page. Then we'll move on to adding our row. We've already added a page, so we've added to this portion. So now we are here to add this side of the code. Then we are done. Row, we need the full row. We need a full row. Fill max width. We need a full row. Then we need a padding, a horizontal one. So let's see, I can put, let me say 30 dp. Then we need a horizontal, we need a horizontal arrangement space between. Then we need a vertically alignment center. Okay, so we can just put this one to the next line. All right, so we'll first call our page indicator. So the page indicator, what is the page size? So pages dot size. Then our page state, page selector will be what? Page dot current. Yeah, so that is it for our indicator. Then we'll move on to our button. So our button, we need to add some logic. But before, I stated that I need to add the size. The size are so modifier dot width. So the width will put 60 dp. So the width is from this side is invisible. So from this side to this side, that's the width we are taking for the page indicator. Then we'll move on to the buttons. The buttons, we have the buttons. We first need an if statement. So if button dot value dot is not empty, text button. So call the button dot call our first. We are calling this side of. If it's not empty, then we call our first. This one. Then the on click. Whenever we click, what should we do? Whenever we click, we need to go back. So whenever we click, you can implement page state dot current page minus, no, sorry, we need to animate it. Then pager state dot current, then we'll animate it. At first we need to put it in a quarantine scope. So quarantine scope, scope, remember quarantine scope. Yeah, so now put our launch here, then we'll copy, can cut this, put it here, bring our minus. All right, so that is it for the first one. Then we'll move on to the second one. So the second one is news. We don't bring any if statement. So the second button is dot value is equal to 1. So this side, we are using this side. Oh shit. So we need an on-click action here too. So put an on-click action here. So we'll call our scope. Okay, so first, if we need to check if dot value dot 1 is equal to is equal to 3. If it's equal to 3, oh sorry, I think, do I need to use dot current page is equal, okay, so dot current page is equal to 3. Then we are going to do, we'll navigate to the home screen. That will be another video. Else scope launch pager dot animate page state dot current. So this one will be +1. Okay, so I think that's it for yes. No, need to add